All right, so in this video, we're going to run the ConDoc Drawing Export. This is the last button on the ConDoc Tools toolbar, and this is what's going to take all those scenes. It's going to bundle them all up into complete drawings, stack those viewports, optimize the render settings for layout, set the line weights, does a ton of work. So we're in a pretty good spot. You know, we've got all of the scenes created. We just got to push the button. Let's get to it. All right, so I'm just going to hit reset, and the last button on our ConDoc Tools toolbar is our Drawing Export. Click that button, and you can select all of our drawings here. And you know, typically when I'm creating a set of drawings, you know, the foundation and construction plans, 1/4 inch makes sense. The default scale is at 1/4 inch. If you wanted to, you know, certainly you could choose different scale here for the default, and that's going to apply to anything that says default. Keep in mind that all of these scales are pulled from LayOut. So if you wanted to see kind of some unusual scale for whatever reason, you can go and add that custom scale in LayOut, and then it'll get soaked up here. All right, so foundation, construction plans, yeah, those are 1/4. Roof plan, I'm going to make that more like my site plan. That'll be at 1/8 inch. All of my elevations, typically, you know, your elevations should match the scale of your construction plans, but my sections, those could be a little bit bigger. I'll make those 1/2 inch, like that. And then as far as our perspectives go, small, medium, and large, that just kind of relates to like how big is it going to be on the sheet. You know, is it like, if it's really big, we're going to thicken up the line weights. If it's really small, we're going to thin them out. I usually err on the side of just thinned out line weights. So that looks pretty good. All right, so I'm going to hit send to layout, and this does require that we save the model, so I'll agree to that. And now we get this warning here. All right, so this warning is something that was not experienced by a lot of people, but I experienced it, and experienced it enough that I wanted to just give you a heads up. What I'm saying here is that running the ConDoc Drawing Export while the ConDoc Drawing Scrapbook is open in Layout can cause Layout to crash. All right, so let's go over into Layout, and you know, if I look at this, here's our ConDoc Drawing Scrapbook. So I've already run an export at some point. So if this is open and I'm overwriting it from SketchUp, it can just get a little hairy. So all I'm saying is just switch it to anything. Doesn't matter. Switch it to any other scrapbook other than ConDoc Drawings. I'll go to Annotations. All right. So this way, I am not on the ConDoc Drawing Scrapbook, and then I can either say, hey, don't show me this message again, or you know, we'll just say, okay, got it. All right. So now the ConDoc Drawing Export is bundling up all of those different scenes and turning them into viewports for layout, grouping them, and building out that scrapbook. All right, so now let's hop back over into Layout. I'm going to start a new document under File, New, and in Layout, under My Templates, that's where you're going to find your ConDoc metric and standard templates or title blocks. I'm going to go with a 24 by 36, like that. All right, so now whenever you run the ConDoc Export, it's always going to land over here in our ConDoc Drawings, like that. All right, so now we're going to need to kind of build out this set. So we've got like our foundation plan, and you can, you know, kind of toggle through construction plan, construction plan 02, roof plan, elevations, and even our sections, which are a little bit bigger on the sheet. And then here's our perspectives, which don't look great, but they will look good once we drag them in and render them. All right. So, you know, if you remember, we were like, you know, updating our camera views. And if we hadn't done that, it's possible that this drawing would have been floating way off the sheet, and it wouldn't even show up. So I've heard some, you know, support tickets about that, like saying, hey, you know, where are my drawings? Well, they're there. They're just, you know, off the page, and you can just drag them in and find them. But anyway, let's just drag these guys in and build this set. All right, so I'm going to stretch this, and you know, once you like drag it in and stretch it, then it re-renders. And you know what? I'm I'm going to delete that. Let's just drag them all in like this. And then I'm going to drag this guy in and drag this guy in. All right, so we've got our kind of our 3 plans. And then I could just kind of, you know, stretch them all at once. And I think, you know, that way they're all going to be kind of like exactly the same, you know. And so maybe I would even, you know, stretch them this way a little bit like that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. All right. And then I can, like, you know, scoot this one over here, this one over here, this one over here. And then I can do, like, you know, right click and align at the top. I could even hold Alt and kind of scale a little bit more. I don't know. Did I goof that up? I might have goofed. I might. They're all the same, but we're not exactly stacking. I probably should have aligned them first. That's okay. Let's just do it like this. I'm gonna drag this guy over here, and then drag this guy over here. There's all kinds of ways to get this done, you know. And I can, like, shift nudge, you know, hold shift and then tap the arrow key, you know, to kind of get that one, and then, you know, drag this one over, and then I could right click and, like, you know, space horizontally. Another thing you could do is you could, like, use your layers and draw a line on the guides layer, and then just, you know, snap everything. They don't have to be, you know, perfectly, you know, the same. I just kind of like them to be. That's all. All right, so there's our plans are kind of set up the way we want them. And then we have a roof plan. Remember, this roof plan came in an 1/8 inch, and I just made a mistake. My guides layer was active. So now I'm going to set my drawings layer to be active. And then I'm going to move that to my drawings layer. And then we're going to stretch that out. You know, so now we've got kind of a site plan scenario. So that works down low like that. And then we can go to the next sheet. All right, so now we're going to have our elevation. So we can add, you know, elevation 1, something like that. And then elevation 2, something like that. And 3 and 4, like that. All right, so now these guys, you know, you kind of want to stretch them around. When you stretch them the first time, you're going to get them, you know, it's going to render properly. These are going to be a little bit more tricky. You know, you want to get them lined up, like, so that they're on the same ground plane. That one looks pretty good, and this one looks pretty decent. I guess I would get my whole, I don't know, maybe I get my whole fence in there. Oh, okay, yeah, got it. Okay, so now, you know, on these guys, this is where, you know, I would want all these to be, you know, really perfectly aligned. So I might just draw a line in here real quick, like, you know, just draw it like that. And then, you know, pick a point, like, you know, something I can see, like bottom of foundation, and just snap it there. And then, you know, get a nice clean snap to here, bottom of foundation, snapping to that line. And then I'll do the same thing down here, hold shift to make sure it's on the red axis. And then I'll just, you know, bottom of foundation and bottom of foundation like that. And this way I know that everything's kind of, you know, lined up perfectly. And then these two, you know, maybe I could, like, align horizontal, no, align vertically. So we're going to right click align vertically. And then I can shift nudge them, you know, however you like to get these kind of lined up on the sheet. And maybe these guys I would align vertically like that. And then, you know, this line is just kind of a temporary thing, and, you know, just getting them kind of arranged. I guess I don't need to save it just yet, but getting them arranged on the sheet for the most part. And I'll click the plus sign, go to my next page. Then we've got some sections. All right, so holding Alt to kind of scale it about the center, and then, you know, get this section in there, and that one looks pretty good. You know, these sections are pretty large, so I don't know if you'd want it 1/2 inch sections or not, but we're going to go with it. I'll add another sheet and then add this section in there as well. Hold Alt, scale it about the center, and you know, something like that and something like that. And you know, these guys you could center vertically on page, center horizontally, and you could do the same thing with this one, center vertically and center horizontally like that. Okay, so that's the almost the end of the line. We've got 2 perspectives. So let's get back to our home page, our cover page, and then drag this guy on there. And you know, this is probably fine. I'll just stick with 1. That's kind of like the main view. All right, and then see how it doesn't look that great? Well, if I were to stretch the viewport, or I can just right click and render models on page, that's gonna get that buttoned up at least a little bit. All right, so now here you can see the shadows and the ambient occlusion kicked in. Here's what's happening though. I'm gonna go to File, Document Setup, Rendering. All of the templates that we've given you with ConDoc are set to have the viewports render low and images render medium and output render high. Well, that just means that, like, you know, when you look at this drawing at 100%, you know, those viewports aren't going to look all that sharp. If the model is really heavy, you might you know, have some performance issues, or if your computer's not up to snuff, you're going to be banging your head against the wall trying to get this thing to move around. You know, a lot of folks complain about performance and layout. So you always want to set your viewports to low, but you know, my computer's pretty high end and it can handle it. So you know, that looks pretty decent like that. And you know, it moves around pretty good. All right. And I can feel it slowing down a little bit. Let me just make another comment. Under Edit Preferences, Performance, my experimental graphics engine is not turned on. I'm always messing with stuff, so you never know what I'm doing. And so let's turn that on. So Edit Preferences, you definitely want the experimental graphics engine turned on. And you know, it still feels just a little sluggish under rendering. Maybe my viewport should be medium rather than high. And you know, oh man, that is making a huge difference. Now it's not choking at all. So you just got to tune it based on your computer. But even if you had it set to low, when you export, you know, you can see that, under Document Setup, under Output Resolution, when you kick those out, those should always be high. Yeah. All right, so now we're in good shape. And as I click through here, we've got like our full permit set kind of coming together. All right, so we're going to cut off this video here, and in the next video, we're going to take a look at using the ConDoc Annotation Scrapbook, and I'll just run through a few of my favorite, you know, tips and tricks for getting these drawings dimensioned, annotated, kind of show you how to work with some of those scrapbooks. So stick with me. We're almost there. This next one, it's the easy part. I'll see you in that next video.